Hi there. Welcome to our live. We are going to be doing a live today with Look Good, Feel Better, who is one of our works with Look Good, Feel Better. I'm just inviting them in now. Thank you so much for joining. For the people who have joined, I'm just going to turn off the comments, but if you do have any questions, please put them in the little speech bubble with the question mark in it, and we'll answer those questions for you.
Hi.
Hello. Hello. I invited Look Good, Feel Better as well. So Kate is going to be joining from Look Good, Feel Better. She is a cancer patient who has gone through the Look Good, Feel Better programs. Rudy, who is here now.
Hi.
Hello. I'm so excited to have you, Rudy. I will let you introduce yourself again once Kate gets on, but Rudy is an amazing makeup artist
Thank
and
you.
a
That's
lovely
kind.
human
Great to see
being.
you, Emma.
You too. Let me see if, oops.
Uh-oh.
Look Good, Feel Better is unable to join. Let me try one more time. We just did a practice with this. It was all fine. Let's see. Now me clicking on things is clicking. That's fun. Let's see. Okay. Let's try again. If she's not able to
Ah,
join one more time. Oh,
Hey, everybody.
hi,
yay!
Kate.
Such a great day
Hello.
to go live on Instagram.
Right? I know. I love all the technical difficulties, but actually it is a great day. So let's get started, everyone. First of all, I do want to get some technicalities out of the way. So I've turned off commenting, but if you have questions, please put them in the question section. It is the speech bubble with the question mark at the bottom of your screen. So let's get started. So I am Emma. I work with Jane Iredale as the social media manager. And I am joined today by Kate from Look Good, Feel Better, or she's a participant at Look Good, Feel Better, and Rudy, who has worked with Look Good, Feel Better for many years. Look Good, Feel Better is an amazing organization that works with cancer patients to help them kind of manage the side effects, the physical side effects of cancer treatment. And we've worked with them for many years and love them. And I want to give Rudy and Kate a chance to introduce themselves, and then we'll kind of talk about their experiences with Look Good, Feel Better and how you
Awesome.
can get involved.
Oh, well, thank
Yes,
you.
so go
Hi,
ahead.
everyone. Thanks for joining us. I'm always excited to talk about my passion for Look Good, Feel Better. I've actually been a volunteer with the program since 2013. First as just a general volunteer, then an area trainer, and now as one of the national trainers. Um, I guess the most exciting part for me as a makeup artist and as an esthetician, I'm able to bring my craft to a community that can really use the information in real time. Not to say like at a photo shoot or stuff like that, that's not important to makeup, but it's not the same as when you're dealing with someone who really needs to regain their features that they sometimes can lose because of loss of hair, change in skin tone, change in skin texture, and how to use makeup and skincare to actually have a function and a purpose as the participants go through treatment is so rewarding.
I love that. I can't believe you've been working with
I
Look Good, Feel Better
know.
for so long. I think I knew that, but
I
I didn't
know
know
it
that
went
it
so
was
fast, it
that
goes
long.
quickly.
Yeah, it does. Kate, could you
Yes.
please
So
introduce
my name is
yourself?
Kate Zuckel, and I live in the Washington, D.C. area. I am a cancer survivor twice now. I was originally diagnosed in 2017 and then diagnosed with a recurrence of breast cancer in 2020. So I have been through all of the changes, all of the side effects, you name it, I've probably done it. Um, and actually was originally introduced to Look Good, Feel Better through that experience. So one
Mm.
of our local cancer resource centers reached out and offered this little class as an opportunity to prepare for some of the side effects that I knew were coming.
Mm.
And so I went and took that class and was immediately hooked, immediately so impressed with the volunteers and the folks who were there to help the instructors, and have just kind of stayed in touch ever since, because it is such an important program for women who are going through something like this. Everything changes and you don't feel pretty. And I think it's really important to maintain that, maintain what we can of that confidence and that need to feel beautiful. So that's how I got involved with the program.
Yeah, I think that's amazing. I mean, that's what I've been to one workshop and I cried the whole time because it was so impactful. And it was two women and then one woman's friend, and it was just so impactful. Just, and they were so stoked to be there. I mean, it was just so exciting for them because, like you said, they didn't feel beautiful, and they were at different stages in their treatment, and they were just so happy to be learning these skills that, you know, a woman who's not going through cancer doesn't even think about. Yeah. So, Rudy, could you share a bit about some of the things that are taught in these classes that, like, you know, you wouldn't?
Oh, for sure. You know, I love that you just said you cried when you did the session you did. The first session I did, they tell us in training, like the participants will tell their stories. Sometimes it's not their first time with cancer, as Kate just mentioned. But you can't cry, is what they tell us in training. And I'm like, are you kidding me? So my first training, when all the ladies left, I closed the door and just bawled. Because what happens is they will come in the door. And let me be clear, we do these workshops both in person and also virtually. The beauty of this is we started virtual workshops not because of COVID. We actually started virtual workshops in 2019 so that we could have a further reach of participants who could not go to a hospital or cancer center for distance or physically or didn't want to. So we were up and running in 2020. We didn't miss a beat because of COVID. So we offer these workshops both virtually and in person. But to Kate's point, it's not, you know, unless you go through it, you don't know what you don't know until you know it. And so hair loss and loss of lashes, loss of hair, loss of brows, sometimes is the most obvious change. But we also offer a workshop that talks about the nails. Obviously, because of hair loss, we have one for wigs and head coverings and scarves. We also have one for, I teach the one that's for makeup and skincare. Obviously, I'm a makeup artist, esthetician, not a hairstylist. But the most interesting one I sat in on was for wardrobe and styling, because with body changes, be either weight gain or weight loss, that sometimes is obvious, but what if you have a port that you have to cover? We teach how to camouflage the port, or fabrics, like sometimes the fabrics rubbing up against the skin can be irritating. So the workshop for wardrobe teaches about fabric alternatives and suggestions. It's such a well-rounded program that really addresses all the potential. We say potential because everyone experiences treatment differently, but at least each of those workshops has something in it for everyone to take away for information and suggestions.
Yeah, I love that. I know in the prep for this, Kate, you were talking about, you were like, oh yeah, the shirt I'm wearing
it's
because
soft.
of that wardrobe workshop.
Yeah. A friend of mine actually kind of taught me how to do this, where when I shop, I actually touch what I'm looking at before I even really consider anything else, because if it doesn't feel soft or light, I don't really like it.
Wow.
But yeah, that's the thing. Like when you're going through treatment, your skin gets can get very sensitive. You know, the touching your head, you know, can become a process. Like, the skin on your head is very sensitive. Sometimes it's painful. You know, it's the same with your face, or your hands can get very dry. Your nails can get really brittle. And so it's important, I think, to have the resources available to kind of mitigate some of that where it's possible, so that you're not trying to struggle with medical side effects as well as, you know, the beauty side effects, but it goes beyond beauty, right? Because we all know that, you know, dry skin and brittle nails, it's physical as well. So
yeah.
Totally. Yeah. Yeah. What's something that has sort of stuck with you from the workshops that you've taken?
Well, the first thing,
feel better?
the first thing that kind of came up for me was prioritizing it in the first place. You know, a lot of women, especially moms, can often have a hard time finding the mental space or the time to really think through their makeup routine, or even just applying a skincare routine to your evening. For me, I had to really, the first time I had cancer, I really had to dedicate some effort into finding wigs. It took more than I thought to find the right one. And I had to really dedicate some time and thought to finding that. But then also, one thing that became more important to me because of cancer was when I considered the makeup that I wear or use, I wanted to find natural products that were more on the organic side, or that I thought would be a little less harsh on my skin. And that also took a little bit of homework because I had to do my own research and start looking at products that I knew would fit where I was at in life at the time.
Yeah, that's a huge one, I think. And I love that Look Good Feel Better. And Rudy, maybe you can talk more about this, but I love that Look Good Feel Better has so many relationships with different brands as well. I mean, obviously we're one of them, but they have so many relationships with brands who obviously love their message and love what they do and want to support them, so that participants who come to these workshops can walk away with
Absolutely
products that they
true.
know will
And
work
that's
for
why
them.
I mean everyone can make a difference. So, years ago I remember I used to like, it wasn't a lot of money, but I used to donate to like charities, and I was like, I don't know if our little dollars makes any difference, and every dollar makes a difference. But I know now, donating my time, I can see the impact on the screen. And what's great about our virtual workshops, and Emma, you said it, it gives the same impact on screen that it does in person, which when we started the workshops in 2019, that was our concern. Like, it doesn't translate. You need to be in the room, but it absolutely still translates. The ladies at the end of the workshop in person, we would have to put them out the room, say, okay, ladies, we have to go now, because it creates this community, because now it's so vulnerable to take off your turban in the room and be bald in front of these strangers, but you're amongst other strangers who may also be bald. Clearly, I also am. But then the great thing about the workshops on the screen is that it still creates that same sense of community. So my point is, you can always give. I give my time. You're right. The brands that give the products for the part of the workshop in which we have product donated to the participants, that comes from brands who are donating product that we need, but also that's possible by the monetary donations that we also need as a foundation to run and keep the program going, so that I can do what I can do for the community. So if you want to give, there's LGFB. You can text 44321 LGFB, and you can donate whatever you can. I mean, this is Breast Cancer Awareness Month as well. And to be clear, Look Good, Feel Better is for all forms of cancer patients going through treatment.
Yes, that's a big thing. I know. I'll talk about it now. So we have a limited edition box of our Balmy Glow Time blush stick. I'm wearing it all over my face. Yes, you can see the beautiful pink box. It is a multi-use product. So we were talking about this also on the pre-call, but 100% of the profits from these little tubes goes to Look Good, Feel Better. So you can buy something that you love that is gorgeous, and you can see the color. I'm wearing it on my lips and my eyes too. It's multi-use, and you're supporting a wonderful organization.
Love, love, love.
So
Me too. That is so great.
yeah, it's just a fun way of supporting organizations that you know and love already. And you can also buy one and then also text and donate. I mean,
absolutely.
You could really do both. Yeah. So, Rudy, can you please walk us through how to apply?
You don't understand, everyone listening, men and women and makeup artists, cream blush is such a game changer. So here's the truth. Part of the program, we really don't talk about brands specifically, because the bag has many different products and brands in it. So that's one thing. But to Kate's point, if the skin is sensitive, dry, we're trying to not aggravate the skin as much as possible. So I'm going to take off my specs. I can't see a thing, but it's fine. The beauty of cream blush, you could do it a few ways. You could take your finger and just rub it on and put it on if you want. But look, it doesn't tug on the skin. There's no pulling. So using cream blush is actually going to give that hydrated skin effect. And it's very gentle on the skin. So I love cream blush for that reason alone. Also, seasonally, I'm in New York, it's getting cold and dry. Not that powder blush is dry by formula. That's not true either. But cream blush just adds that hydration to the skin. You can always do a little cream blush and then put your powder blush over for a little longevity or pop. I always take the excess and along your forehead for a little, now that the sun is going away, we're not getting as much incidental glow or tanning. So you can add a little more of that radiance back to your skin that way. Emma also says she uses it on her eyes. I mean, you can always, when you're using your product on you, it's hygienic. You could just do that again. But if you're afraid of precision, your fingertip is always the size of your lid. So you just go right on your lid. And I love this color. It is universal. I mean, look at my skin tone. It just gives that nice, on deeper skin, it adds that beautiful kind of like warmth to the skin that makes it look more like skin. And on lighter skin, it just adds that beautiful radiance. So, and you can't do too much. Like look, I'm going to put a ton only on the apple, like a circus clown. But then you just rub it in. Okay, this formula also, Emma, you'll correct me. I think it has jojoba oil in it. So it's very skin-like. Like the texture, I love this product. I know I'm not supposed to love it too much, but it can't be oily. The whole point with cream blushes, they can't be oily because then you don't want your face to be greasy. But this, I don't know whatever the formula is, but look, it's magic. It's beautiful.
Magic. Yeah. No, I love that you said it's cream blushes are great for women or people who are going through cancer treatment who have sensitive skin because it does just glide on so well. And I love the difference. You can see, like, I have
absolutely
it on, and it's more
like I could go outside with this on. No one would, unless you really look, would know. It just looks like it's my skin's warmer.
Right.
Right.
And Kate, you put it on too, didn't you?
I did. Gives that
it looks
pop,
great. It does. It does.
Yeah.
Great color.
I love it. It's such a good color. It's also like foolproof, like you said. So if you're, going to a workshop and you're not super familiar with makeup, but you're like, okay, I'm, going through all these physical changes because of treatment, and I feel like I should wear makeup, but I don't really know how.
Yeah.
You kind of swipe it on, and you can't
you cannot
really put too much on. You just blend
and it's super great because people like me who don't invest a ton of time in doing their makeup and aren't really, like, I'm not the most educated person when it comes to makeup. Something like this is so great because, again, like, you put it on, it's not too much, and you don't even need brushes. You can just use your fingers. And
absolutely correct.
It doesn't look like you're wearing a ton of makeup, which I love. It's got that natural, relaxed look.
And Kate, you're great, and it will always match because it's monochromatic. It's like the same color. I love multifunctional products, and to be honest, I'm finding my actual clients also love that. Like, if you're using brushes and all that, that's a different kind of attraction to makeup. Most of my clients want it as quickly and polished as possible. Throw some mascara on with this, and you got a full-on look. Full-on look.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's great. So there you go. You can support Look Good, Feel Better through a purchase of our limited edition Balmy. To be clear, it is a permanent shade, but the limited edition packaging is just beautiful and pink and festive. So, before we hop off, I did just want to ask you both questions regarding, I guess it's more Kate, but like, what do you kind of wish you knew going in? And then, given all the workshops that you've done with Look Good, Feel Better, what kind of advice would you give for someone who's going into cancer treatment?
Oh my gosh,
maybe for the first time.
It's such a big thing going into treatment, especially for the first time. It's overwhelming. It's like drinking from a fire hose, trying to keep up with all the information that you're being given, and it's in a very hard place. So, the first thing I wish I'd known going in was, and I did in a lot of ways, but I learned as I went to the importance of holding your community close and learning to be okay with asking for things. Being willing to take that step and say, I need help. Please show up for me. And that could look like anything, right? Like that could look like a meal, that could look like a ride somewhere. But really some of my more intentional moments where people just came and sat on my couch and watched TV with me. I had one woman, I had only met her once before. She came over to my house and washed my bed sheets.
Oh my God.
It's those little moments where she called me and was like, hey, I happen to be near your house. And I was like, not in a good place. I was like on my sofa. I looked terrible, but I was like, sure, whatever. And so being willing to be open to that and being willing to ask for it, I think was really so important to the success of my first round of going through treatment. And like I said, I think the importance of recognizing that some things can wait. I wish I've taken it that more seriously this second time around, but realizing that sometimes other things are more important than work. Sometimes you need to force yourself up off the couch and just take a walk around the block. Like if that's what you can do, if you put pants on today, good for you, and learning to have that grace for myself was huge. And accepting grace from other people. I think that was the main thing that I learned I have continued to learn through my experiences. And that applies to this program too. I mean, so many people like Rudy, they volunteer their time, their money, their themselves in terms of this is my style, this is what I like. And for people like me who don't, who were more I wasn't a super girly girl, but I was still accepted by the program. I still learned so much. And I came away feeling like I gave myself that opportunity to invest in who I am now, because who you are changes so dramatically because of this disease. And you're a different person. And so learning to find ways to accept that new person takes a long time, and it takes programs like this to really help get you there.
Wow.
Wow. Yeah, that's amazing. I think so many people who haven't gone through cancer treatment, myself being one of them, like don't even think about some of those things, about just like having someone wash your bed sheets for you is such a big help. That's huge. And I was in as uncondescending a way as humanly possible. I'm so happy that you were able to kind of allow people to help, because I know that's a huge thing for a lot of women specifically. They don't want to ask for help. So I love that you were able to do that, and the programs were able to kind of welcome you at where you were at. I think that's really important.
Wow.
Too. Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much. I feel like it's hard to kind of say, oh, let's just talk about makeup now, but I think it is kind of like you said, it is a part of it. It is a part that isn't frivolous and that isn't girly girl, and it's sort of a necessary part of finding out who this new person is, as you're going through treatment.
And learning that girly girl actually isn't bad. Like, I had to learn that. I was like, no, like, you want to invest some extra time, it's a good thing. So yeah. And that's what programs like this are all about, is like helping women, find that space and learn to live in it.
Wow, it's so rewarding. We've been around for over 34 years, so clearly we're doing something right. But Kate, I think you just said it. It really, even though there's one trainer, some kind of way we're able to make all the content applicable to each individual. And that's what makes it so inviting. And I get many participants who say, I don't really wear makeup. I don't know what to do. So we make it so simple because it's not about the trend. It's about how can this makeup, my mantra in each workshop is the word why. So for each step of the workshop, I connect the why to it. Why moisturize? Why sanitize your hands? Why start here with your eyebrows for the technique? Because we have to make it work for each person, and that each step has a function that addresses specifically something appearance related, be it the feeling of the skin or the change of the appearance of the skin. So thank you for acknowledging that, Kate. I really appreciate it. We appreciate it. All the volunteers appreciate you.
Well, we appreciate you guys because this program wouldn't exist without volunteers.
Thank you.
And we're so happy to support that. I mean, it's so hard for me to talk about Look Good, Feel Better in our partnerships and not get emotional because they're just so impactful, and the people who volunteer and the people who partake are such special people.
Thank you.
Yeah. Oh, well, thank you so much for joining me.
I know.
I wish we could hang out and talk forever and ever and ever.
These are so great.
But yes, they are. So if you want to support Look Good, Feel Better, Rudy,
yes, it's
LGFB,
and then you're gonna the number is 44321, and you can absolutely donate. You can also go to lookgoodfeelbetter.org, like to the website, which I encourage everyone to do anyway, because there's resources and videos and articles, and you will spend hours on that website. It's a great resource, but you can also donate there too.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and you can also support Look Good, Feel Better by purchasing one of our limited edition Balmy Glow Time Blush Sticks. Again, you can use them all over your face. You get them in the beautiful little pink package. And that is available at janeiredale.com or in your local retailer.
100% of the proceeds goes directly to the charity. That is significant.
Yes, it is.
That never happens.
Yes, 100%. Yeah. Yeah. And we do it every year, and we're so happy because it's such a
Thank you, Jane Iredale.
support.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Have a wonderful
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone, for watching. Bye.